Hello there Voltage Modular people, PoohBear here and welcome to my channel. And today I thought I'd have a look at cabinets, or really ask you, how do you use your cabinets? Are you using them slightly differently from maybe how I'm using them? Because I must admit, when I first started using Voltage Modular, I would say I found them a weird concept, but I just found them a little bit funny, a little bit awkward to kind of use, and I was thinking, oh, I'll be using them sort of as template things, but then I tend to build patches, I tend to build quite big patches, so they didn't quite work straight away for me. But I must admit, when I very first started using them, I'd use them for things like this, and this would be like really as like a favourites list more than anything else. I just couldn't remember the name of all the modules and that, so I just started banging things into my favourites list. So yeah, I didn't have to remember what that was called or who it is by. I could say, yeah, that's what I want to use, that's what I want to use. And I just found it quite useful that way. More recently, I've built some other lists like this one. This is like a nucleus modules. I've got the core and I've got like the electro drums. They're all in their separate packages and a few others. And that allows me to say, okay, this is the nucleus set. If I wanted to build a patch that I know anyone could use, because obviously it's from the freebie, I can obviously hold my Alt key down and I can build myself a new rack down here of all the bits I need, and I know then fine, I can just delete all the rest and I can just save that as a preset, and I know it's going to work for everybody. And I found that quite handy. But more recently, I've actually changed my workflow yet again, and I've started building my smaller, what I'd usually save as a preset, I'm now saving as a cabinet, purely because they're going to be bolted into, say, something bigger. But just before I look into that, there's one other way I used to save a lot, and that's why I end up calling them Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, and I just delete them out as I go along. But I might have made my mini little preset, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be making a bigger one. All right, I'm going to save it. So I'd save it as Z1, bring up my big preset, and I can add it in, and then I go and find one of my other little presets and save it as Z2 and bring it into the bigger one, so on and so forth. That's hence why I've decided now I'm going to be saving my smaller presets actually in the cabinet folder. However, one of the things I do is I've given them all a simple little header, and that header sort of stuff will be like if they've got CV and gate, I'll wire them up to here. And the same with the audio, I bring the audio over to the left hand side. And that's just simply so if I was looking at, say, some of my patches, I don't have to go through and work out, oh, where am I going to tap into the audio from here? Is it, some of them make real, very simple. I've got some other ones here, probably like my drum kits and my drum sounds. So these are two more awkward ones. Let's bring that down here. So it doesn't necessarily make quite sense. So I've brought obviously them over this side, and the same here. Rather than having to work out, oh, where's these wires going, where am I going to have to hook into, I don't have to worry. I can just go, here's my gate information, fine, I can grab that out. Here's my audio, great, I can grab that out, and I don't have to worry about looking through the rest of the patches. And I found, as I say, using a simple header like that, it works really well, and I can just keep stacking stuff up. Like I've got a nice little bass one there as well. So even though this bass is so simple, and I don't really need it, let's be honest, because there's my CV in and there's my gates in. Again, it just standardizes it, and I know I can just look over this side and go, fine, audio, I can grab. CV data, fine, I can grab. And I do tend to grab it as well. So I wouldn't actually, like in this circumstance or any of the others, I wouldn't actually go up to the top and go, I'm going to take my pitch and put my pitch into here because that's going to go to my CV. I would actually take that and wire it up here and then delete these. So once they're going into a bigger patch, I'm a great believer of trying to use as few modules as possible, and this is just an extra stepping stone which isn't needed, but it's great at the beginning because I can just grab it, I can go and put that into another mixer ready to do my bigger patch, and then I can just delete these out and keep it, obviously my bigger projects, nice and clean. So starting with this blank project, let's get going. I think the first thing I'm actually going to add is some stereo mixers. Let's see if we can get this zoomed in. There we go. Let's have a stereo mixer at the top. And I'm going to want to make a copy of that because I'm probably going to need a couple. And then let's go and grab something from the cabinet. Yeah, let's start off with the Sparkle. And then we can build some drums and some other bits and bobs around it. I think that would be quite cool. So let's have a look, just clear out what's already in this storing forwards, because they're buzzing away there. So how we do it, as I say, it's already set up for us to go and grab this out. So let's go and grab that, and go and grab that one. You see it says self-contained, so I've got nothing else to do. So I'm just going to quickly highlight all of these and get rid of all that. And I don't usually have auto align left one, but I think I'm going to. If not, it's going to start throwing modules all over the place and I'll start getting myself lost. Let's move that over a little bit. I think, oh yeah, let's wire that up to the output. If not, we know what I'm going to be like. So that one needs to go to there and there. And we want that one going up to there. Cool. Next thing we're going to need is obviously a little bit of CV data into this. So let's wire this up to my keyboard. And we're going to do something really simple. So here's a keyboard and okay, so what I did there was over on this other side, this is my other storing forward where I've got my transer, so my transer is now transposing the original pattern that we put in there, so that's what we've done there. Another little trick I like to do, I want to fatten this right up, so I might as well do that, and I'm going to grab this delay unit, let's hold the Alt key down as we create that. And so I'm going to take a feed out of here and put that into the top. And we want to wire them two up. And then obviously we need to wire this up over to here. Now I'm not leaving this way. I'm just going to pan this fully one way and fully the other, just so I can actually listen to what's actually going on over on this one here. So I'm going to take the feedback right down. Let's sync that timer. Let's put it into a sync, I think. So let's go into the clock. And we want this fully wet as well. So let's have a quick listen. Yeah, that sounds quite good to me. So I'm actually gonna pan these ever so slightly the other way. I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna bring this one a little bit down as well. So I'm gonna bring the echo a little bit quieter. So you could hear it. It came in quite a bit later. And by the way, this patch is made up of a triangle and a ramp up, and I'm actually crossfading between them, so you're going to hear it going quite hollow, and obviously there's a lot of modulation going on as well with obviously the cut-offs and all the rest of it. So there's actually quite a bit of movement on this one single patch, but there we go. So what I'm going to bring in now is, I think I should go and grab some drums or something like that actually. So let's go and grab my drum kit, and I'm actually going to grab the drum sounds as well. So again, if we scroll down, it's so good with that library, it just gives me that little bit more room. We can see how we've got things configured. It's all nice, so I can obviously just grab this output here, and let's put that in from the drums. We need to bring that down. Now, at the moment, these drums are all being fired off from this storing forward here. So they're actually just being driven by just that little bit of gate data. So if I hold down my shift key, I should grab them all if there's, yeah, and I'm going to put them into my other gator, and at the same time I'm going to grab all this trig data and I'm going to put that into my trig gator at the top. So now these two components, and I might as well grab that as well, they're all become redundant, so let's get rid of them. And once again, I'm going to put auto align. I don't usually have auto align left on, but I'm just going to do it for this. So let's have a quick listen to see what we've got there. Might have to quieten it down just a wee bit, but let's... Yeah, not too bad. I'm actually going to do something with the hi-hats. The other day I was done a patch and I found this phaser. I'm a sucker for phasers, to be honest with you. I think it's too much Star Trek when I was younger. Anyway, so I'm going to grab a couple of them, I think, and I'm going to... actually, I'm going to grab the hi-hats all together, whack it in there. Let's whack the feedback up nice and high. And actually, I'm going to populate this one over here. I might have to whack the volume up a bit more, the way I'm manipulating it. So. That's good enough for me. And in fact, I might do the same. Yeah, I want to grab, that's my snare, so I'm going to do something with my snare as well. So I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to be a sucker here, and I'm actually going to grab, I think, something from the kick as well. That's going to probably be that one there I want. Yeah, that's my output. That's rather cool, and I've got some other drum stuff down here. So let's first of all quickly grab these and get these plugged in. That one there and that one there on top. And now we've got quite a few different gates going on here. So I'm just going to bolt them into, so these are going to randomly be chosen from here. And I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to put myself in a, yeah, I'm going to grab myself a storing flip-flop counter. That's what I want. Sorry, I'm just burbling away to myself here. Maybe I should make this up and then talk about it afterwards. I don't know. Here we go, let's put that in there. So this flip-flop counter I'm going to actually get to trigger from this device because I don't want this triggering all the time. So I'm going to pop that in there and we can have that going into there. So it's only going to trigger, yeah, that might be right. I might actually increase this. And why don't we plug that? So anything with the reset, we need to plug into that trig gate over here, so I went too far. Let's have a quick listen. What have we got so far? Not bad, not bad. Right, so let's go and grab something else. Let's go and grab, what we haven't got. We haven't got a base yet, so let's go and grab ourselves a base or something. So there we go, we put ourselves a base in. It's right down the bottom. Let's just move that towards the top so I can manipulate it up the top here somewhere. Where is it? There we go. So once again, we can obviously look at this and go, well, let's get rid of that. And then we've got obviously our CV data. So what am I going to do with this base? Oh, I know what we can do. Here we go. Here's a trick I like to do. And I've got this storing forward down here. So I'm going to take, as it's running really slow, I'm going to just burble just for a little bit longer. In fact, I want to wire it up directly. So if I want to wire it up directly, I'm going to take my gates out of there. Whoops, I need to hold the shift key down because there's two in there, isn't there? Let's quickly grab that, move it across, put that into that gate out there. Oh, look at that, we've got a bit of a sound of a bass going. And I do want to have it so it's a little bit drony in the background. We don't need any of this stuff here now, so we can get rid of that. And I've got another idea. Here we go. So I'm going to make a quick copy of that, and I'm going to take that output, put that output into there, and I'm going to take that and put it into my pitch. And what I'm actually going to do is, let me just turn it off for a second. Oh, it is already off over there, isn't it? I need to turn it off over here. I'm going to take this data and I'm going to use my other storing forward, and with that I'm going to drive the gator, but I'm going to be using obviously the pitch from over here. So that's going to, so I'm going to take this pitch, so it's going to like break that pitch up. So that's what we're going to do. Let's just quickly grab something over here to make up a pattern. So I need to trigger it, so I'm going to trigger it from this gate over here. Cool. Need to reset it, so let's have the reset over here. And so the gate's going to go do 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 do. Let's take the gate out, and obviously we need to obviously just wire it up to here and here. So we've got da 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 da, and we need the pitch data. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to do it because at the moment, let's just plug it in. It's just going to do a simple. I need to turn that one on there, don't we? That's the one there, and something is, leave that on. So that's how it's sounding now. Just a little bit boring, so I'm just going to spice this up a little bit. I'm going to make this -1, so that's equivalent of an octave. Put myself another flip-flop counter in. Right. So you can hear I'm now alternating between the octave on it, which is sounding a bit better. And what I'm going to do in this one, what I need to also do is my trigger gate. Let's reset these. Oh, didn't I? Control, click on that. I think I was clicking on the wrong screen. There we go. Let's click there and there. Cool.